Hi Sagittarius, welcome to your January 2020 Astrology 33 bonus love reading. Thank you to those of you who have liked, viewed, shared, subscribed, and donated to the channel. I appreciate all of that. And for those of you interested in booking a personal reading with me, if you're watching this when I first post a video, I'm actually not offering personal readings just yet, but when we physically do roll into the month of January, I will have them open up at that time, so you could just check out the description of the video if you want more information on that. As for what we have in front of us, this is what I call the bridge and a gap spread. And the way it works is the cards on the left side represent your energy toward the connection with your main love interest. Cards on the right side represent their energy toward the connection. These are the past energies, present energies, future energies. Once we get through those, we'll actually pull some oracle cards to get some additional insight in the situation. That's where the bridging the gap dynamic comes into play. And as for the decks being used, on the left side we have the Lover's Path Tarot, on the right side we have Tarot of Sexual Magic. Alright, so with that out of the way, past energy on your side, we have the Three of Cups. So this is a pretty celebratory type of atmosphere with this card. So for you guys, it's actually a Cancer energy, so that's your 8th house. So this can just be saying that, for example, just to put it in a generic way, this could just be saying that this might have been someone that you met in the past while you were out partying, right? Probably drinking, out with friends. And maybe at that point, maybe you guys had a bit of a casual fling going on. That could be one way it's playing out. Another way this could be playing out too is to say that you might have even met them through friends and possibly people that you knew for a long time as well. But yeah, either way, I see that you were just in a light, vibrant energy in the past, and maybe this was even you, just enjoying being out and single, enjoying your time with friends, and maybe in that regard, even if there was a connection with this person, you weren't really looking to turn into anything serious. Past energy on their side, we have the Seven of Wands. So this is actually a Leo energy. So it could possibly be that you're dealing with the Leo, but it could also just be pointing to the energy in general here, which is to say that it could represent that they actually might have, tried to fight for your attention, basically. Maybe you had a lot of people that were after you too. Maybe this is just a card pointing to you possibly being pretty popular. And this could just be saying that, they really put in the work to try to stand out and get your attention. And at least if we look at the artwork here, it looks like it would have been successful, right? So that could have been what was going on there. See if anything else comes to mind with this card. Yeah, that's not real. That's pretty much all I'm getting. Is that most likely the person on this side was the one, at least in the past, that was the one doing the pursuing. That's one thing I feel fairly confident saying. Present energy on your side, we have the Two of Coins. So interestingly enough, at the time of recording this, we've pretty much just entered into this energy now, because this represents the first 10 degrees of Capricorn. So pretty much just entered into Capricorn season. So it could just be pointing to this is where your focus is, and not to mention your ruler, which is Jupiter, just moved into these degrees of Capricorn as well. So for some of you, this could be pointing to your focus has shifted more to your finances. But what I get more than anything with this could be saying that, again, like I said, given that they might have been putting up a bit of a fight to get your attention, this could just be saying that while you wanted it to be more of a casual thing in the past, they might have been pushing a bit more for it to be a committed relationship. And this could just say that if that's the case in the present, you could be, maybe you feel like it's a bit of a hot and cold connection. You could 1 minute feel one way about it and another feel a different way. And the reason I say that is looking at these two pentacles, the one heart is red, right, inside the pentacle, and then the other one just looks like it's grayed out. So that makes me think of the hot and cold energy, where, one day you might be like, yeah, I could totally see this working out as a relationship. And then the next day you're like, I don't know about that, So if we think about the way the Two of Pentacles energy looks in the traditional tarot, it looks like a guy juggling the two pentacles, and then we see like the stormy waters in the background, right? Which could just be saying that emotionally you're not sure how you feel about it, right? Present energy on their side is the Eight of Pentacles. So for some of you, this can be pointing to why you're feeling that way. It could have just been one of those things where, again, in the past, you guys were just doing a casual thing, right? Maybe you were out with friends partying when you met, and maybe this is saying that they actually made an offer to you. And because the Eight of Pentacles is a Virgo energy, and that definitely represents putting in work towards something. And if we look, the guy's trying to like extend the rose to the woman, and she looks like she's not even paying it any mind, right? Like she has zero interest in it. And notice the two of them are in bed too, so that again could be the same theme, which is to say, you know, in your eyes, it might have just been more of a casual fling, and to them now they're like trying to take it to the next level, and you're like, yeah, I don't really know about that. You know what I mean? So that could be what's at play there. Um, Try to see if there's anything else comes to mind with this. Well, and what could be happening here too, given that for you guys, Virgo's the natural ruler of the sixth house, and for you guys, your sixth house is Taurus. And speaking of that Capricorn energy that we were talking about, there's going to be a new moon there in a couple of days that's actually going to be trine Uranus, which is in that house for you. So maybe that's when, as far as if you're looking for a timeline, maybe that would be when they might make that offer to you, which is pretty much, I would think around December 26th. So if you guys want a little context on the date. So maybe even, for example, for those of you in the States or, wherever you guys celebrate Christmas, maybe it's during Christmas they give you this elaborate gift, right? And you're like, oh boy, here we go. You know what I mean? Like, all right, this person obviously wants to take it to another level. And you could just be not really too sure about that. Interesting thing, though, in the future is we have the Queen of Cups. So this is actually a court card of Cancer. So again, we see the Cancer energy, but we do see a shift in it, right? Here it looks like a celebratory party type atmosphere. And now we see just the one woman with the cup, right? So for some of you, and even look at the body language, right? Like she's leaning in towards the cards on that side now. For some of you, this could even just be saying that you do warm up to the idea. So maybe it's saying that, maybe when they initially make the offer to you, you're kind of like, freeze them out a little bit. Like, yeah, I don't know if I'm ready for that. But then maybe with a little bit of time, you might actually decide to change your mind and get into the connection with them. And if that's the case, again, pointing to a timeline, whereas this could be more around that new moon energy that we just talked about, this might be during the full moon, where you might find yourself, the full moon eclipse in Cancer, or you might find yourself having a bit of a change of heart, where you're like, yeah, you know what, maybe I can do this, especially because at the bottom of the deck on your side, we have Awakening, which is the equivalent of the Sun card, but obviously the energy speaks for itself with the name, right? Awakening, and then we actually see Cupid's name on the card here as well. So this could just be saying that maybe you do actually come to the realization that, all right, actually maybe I do have feelings for this person, So could just represent a shift there. And then future energy on their side, we have the Knave of Chalices. So this is actually the Page of Cups. So maybe this even just represents what the issue was too. Like maybe you felt like their what's the word I'm looking for? They offered to you was a bit, sloppy. I mean, if we look at it, it looks like the guy's trying to write something, right? So most likely it was some kind of an offer he was trying to make, right? Some kind of a love note, since it is the Page of Cups after all. And we could see he's like crumbling up. We see some crumbled up balls of papers in the background there. It looks like he's crumbling up another one. He's trying to write something and struggling to find the words. So that could have even been the issue too, where, they were just having difficulty saying it. And then maybe that was even what this could be too, which is to say maybe even in the present, they might have made what they thought was a good offer, but maybe it didn't even register to you. And maybe that's what it's saying. Not so much that you weren't open to the idea, but maybe it just went totally, under the radar, where you didn't even realize that was what they were asking, you know what I mean? So then in the future, they might be like, all right, well, I have to actually figure out how the hell to ask them, you know what I mean? And then that could be what's going on here in the future energy. So looks like there's definitely some interest, but interestingly enough, for some of you, if they did actually make an offer here and you blew them off, it looks like they still do want to come back, but interestingly enough, now their body language is turned away, right? And you're the one leaning in, so could be like a cat and mouse thing, you know what I mean? Where like now, okay, now that they're, they make an offer, you reject them, now you change your mind, this one of those things. And then the bottom of the deck on their side is Nine of Cups. So this is just another indicator to me that clearly this person is into it. For some of you, this can't even be a Pisces that you're dealing with as well, since we see a couple of cup energies there. But yeah, let's see what the oracle cards add to the mix. So first, we'll see if we can get any additional messages from the Mystic Moon Oracle deck I have here. And for those of you who haven't seen this type of reading from me before, I do pre-shuffle this deck before I start recording. And then I'm actually just looking for a jumper here. So first, I'll be looking for unspoken messages from you to them, and then from them to you. And if I shuffle for a while and no cards pop up, I just take that as a sign to keep it moving, rather than just pull a random one or something, since it is a general reading. Alright, so let's see if we get anything. Like I said, first we're looking for unspoken messages from you to them. Alright, nothing coming up yet, but I'll give a few more shuffles. Alright, nothing there. So next we'll see if there's any unspoken messages from them to you. Alright, doesn't seem like anything's coming up here either, but I'll give it a few more shuffles before I say that for sure. Alright, yeah, nothing there, so we'll move on to the Wisdom of the Oracle deck. So same situation here, I did pre-shuffle this one, and then we're just going to pull one card, and then we'll wrap it up. And here, one way or another, I will get a card. So even if we don't get a jumper after a while, I'll just pull one, because I do like to at least end the reading with one of these cards. There we go, got one. Okay, you guys got Treasure Island, so sounds pretty positive at least. There you go, there's the artwork, and the number is 9. Let's see what it says. Okay, it says, the law of attraction bringing dreams into fruition, the results of positive thinking made manifest, abundance appearing as if from nowhere, financial gains, and a sharing of good fortune. So, obviously outside of this connection, that could just be pointing to what I was saying with Jupiter moving to your house, your second house now. Maybe you could see some shift there. The Oracle's message says, you've worked hard and acted upon your unwavering belief in abundance, and suddenly, in the midst of it all, you hit the jackpot. You have uncovered the map to bury treasure and tapped the unlimited potential within you. What you must hone now is your ability to recognize when X marks the spot, because some of these golden opportunities may be obvious, but others may not be so readily apparent. Trust your intuition to light your way now as you enter this truly prosperous phase where all the long, hard work navigating your inner life is now paying off externally. In all aspects of your life at this time, you have good fortune. Don't forget to enjoy it and share it with others, as treasure shared multiplies like magic. So what was interesting to me there was when it says, what you must hone now is your ability to recognize when X marks the spot. Because like I was saying, for some of you, you might have been the one that was a bit wavering, like, I don't know if I want to be with this person or not, right? And after they might have made an offer to you, and maybe you're just weighing the pros and cons, right? And then maybe something shifts in the future where you're like, all right, you know what, actually this is a person I want to be with. So that could be what that's pointing to there. And the relationship message says, your relationship is a treasure, providing even more than you need, but you may not see that right now. No matter how long you've been together, you and your partner are always discovering hidden gems about yourselves and each other. Now is a time of discovery. It's as if everything is in sync and everything is new again. Romance blossoms and love is in the air. You can be assured that this partnership will bring you great gifts and valuable lessons. Keep your heart open. The message of this card is to celebrate love and what it teaches you. So that's interesting there too, as far as it was saying, no matter how long you guys have known each other and it feels like everything's new again. As what I was saying at the very beginning, at least I think I mentioned it when I was saying with the Three of Cups, this could even just represent someone that you've known for a long time. And maybe even that's what ends up happening, right? Maybe during the holidays, you guys reconnect and actually really hit it off, something along those lines. Or again, maybe this was a connection where maybe the passion might have fizzled out for a while, and then for whatever reason, things start to shift where it actually starts to kick back up for you. But hopefully that resonated with you guys. We'll wrap up there. I'll see you all next month. Happy New Year. Bye.